Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Wellness Stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to hear some fabulous stories. This is really the best part of Niken, is when, because we have incredible products. We're all about creating a wellness environment at home, and these are solutions that create more, help to have more vibrancy, more energy, faster recovery. I mean, just feeling good. And these days, that's really important. There's so much stress out there in the world. When you can come home and create this wellness safe haven that gives back to you, that's really what we're about. So, the products are incredible. You're not going to hear any technology discussions tonight. That's not what this is about. This is simply about sharing stories. And I think stories is, it's one person's great experience from their heart, sharing it to all of you all so that you can hear how these products are having a huge impact. And if you've been around as long as I have, and I know there's other folks that are here that have been around for a long time, we collect stories. We love, love, love telling stories. So without further ado, where is Eric Jr.? I saw him come on. There you are. Eric Jr., can you um, unmute your camera and your face? And is that possible? Your mother was going to share your story, but I would love for you to
I'm
share
on.
your story. Can you unmute your camera as well? Is that possible?
Not looking the greatest, but yeah,
Please do.
there we go.
Okay.
A
Can you
little
put a
dark.
little bit more
I'm gonna
light?
send me
We can't see you too well. A little bit. Okay. All right. So Eric, we're going to have you start us out and tell us a story. What's going on?
well, as some of you know, my mother came here this past week, spent some time with me, and she used the Sphere grounding device for me. As you guys know, I've recently gone through a second bone fusion on my foot, and that foot stays pretty swollen. The good thing is it's not as swollen as it was to the first bone fusion that I had, but it's still, still has quite a bit of swelling. And Saturday, my mother was playing around saying, "Hey, use this Sphere." Well, no, she started on Friday. I'm sorry, she started on Friday using the Sphere on my foot, and actually the swelling was going down as we were using it. And later on that evening, it had gone down to a point where I was finally able to see the bones in my foot for the first time in over a year since before the surgery. Then then we, I they'd be during the day on Saturday and started using it again. And of course, my kids kept going back and forth. I want to play with this on dad. I want to play with that on dad. So they were playing with all of the Nican products on me. And but to make a long story short, I ended up with a considerable amount of the swelling gone. Now, the swelling did come back a little bit later on, but I thought that was just so positive to see because for the longest I haven't seen what looked like a normal sized foot since in over a year. So it was pretty thrilling to go through that.
That's awesome. We're not talking technologies. I'm explaining that, but what she did use, just to say, it's the precision, and it's a
Mhm.
combination of using magnetic technology and the grounding technology. Just
Right.
just to put that out there. I knew that because I heard that story. All right, thank you so much, Eric Jr. And you know what? These products really do help speed up recovery. So keep
Thank
using
you.
this stuff. Absolutely.
Certainly will when I see her again.
All right, Shirley, did you have a story you wanted to share? You got to unmute though. Oops. Let me help you unmute.
Okay. I want to share about the water. My son and daughter-in-law live in California and they have the MyPay water. And they have an ice machine that they bought. And my granddaughter's 12 years old. When they don't use the good water, she said, the ice is horrible. And she told them, will you all please make sure you use the good water and not the bad water? She said, I want the good water. And in drinking that water, she's noticed that she's been losing weight too. So she's lost quite a bit of weight. And
Mm.
that's from drinking the water, the good water. I just wanted to share that.
And we're not making medical claims by any means. But when you drink water that helps you be better hydrated, it helps the body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. And the other thing about good water, bad water is that when you start drinking really good water that has been filtered and all the things that Niken's water system does to it, you start to become much more sensitized to when water doesn't taste so good. So yeah, I don't know how people drink tap water after sometimes that's all I've got in a restaurant and I'll take a sip of it and it's like, nope, some iced tea. So that you do become, I call myself a water snob. So all right. So Diana, I want to just tell this. I'm going to start the story here just a little bit. Diana and I met through networking, and we had a conversation, a one-on-one conversation, and we were just getting to know each other. And she mentioned that her mom, who is 92, I think, Diana, was having some issues with her feet and some health challenges. And so I sent her a pair of the magnetic insoles for her to see if her mom would, give it a shot and see what kind of a difference it had. And so I was on another Zoom and Diana is texting me and saying, I got to get a pair of those and you got to send them really fast. I'm going to pay extra for you to ship them fast because I have to have them before I leave town. And then she said, I don't have time to tell you the story right now, but there's this incredible story. And then she told it to me and it's really powerful. So please, Diana, I'm going to let you. And in the meantime, she went from being signed up as a customer to saying, you know what, I'm telling people about it. My mom's telling me about it. I need to become a consultant here. So all of that was happening within a very short time from her having this experience. So Diana, please take it away.
Right. So my mom has neuropathy and we're sitting at her house and she's in a walker and, she's totally 100% coherent and doing great, except for this neuropathy in her legs and feet. And it's not diabetic neuropathy. It's just, I think it's from having a lot of back surgeries. Anyway, so we're sitting there. So she's very skeptical and I'm just like, just try them. She's like, I'm like, just stay. I don't think my shoes will fit with those. And I'm like, fine, just stand on them. Just put them on the floor and stand on them. And so she does. And then she's like, I go, how do they feel? And she's like, they feel horrible. So I'm like, okay, well, forget it. You're not going to try it. And I'll just send them back. So then she's like, no, I want to try them. So I'm like, okay. So she puts them in her sandals and because she wears sandals a lot. And then we're just sitting there talking. And all of a sudden, I don't know, about a half an hour later, she's like, oh my God, I'm feeling like my feet feel warm and her feet are always cold. And then she's like, I feel my legs feel warm. I feel like I can feel my feet and my legs. It's like she's always cold and they always hurt. And so she stands up and my mom, because I see her all the time, I'm very in tune with what she was looking very pale and out of her body and more frail. And she's looking like she has color in her face and she's looking energized and she stands up and she's walking around. Like it was just, we both just started to cry. And, it was so moving. And then, just to take that a little bit further, I don't even think Sherry knows this. So she still uses her walker, but sometimes she just like grabs her cane and doesn't even need her walker. And with her caregiver will be like, hey, do you need your walker? And she's like, no, I'm good with a cane. Will go in like 3 stores when in the past she could only go like barely make it into 1 store. And, it's really amazing. Energy wise, as well as that feeling in her feet. So then I have this weird thing that's starting to happen on the outside of the ball of one of my feet. And I'm supposed to be going to New York for a week. And I'm like, no, I refuse to have a foot problem. No, I'm ignoring. No, you know how that is. And so that's when I said to Sherry, okay, send me some. And she sent them. And I walked probably like 7 or 8 miles a day in New York. And normally my feet would have been just so sore. I would have done it anyway, but they would have been sore. My feet were not the least bit sore. I would have never known that I had walked that much every day. So then of course, like all my friends want them now. And my mom's telling all her friends and her caregivers. So yeah, so that's my story.
It's an incredible story. Yeah. I mean, these products, they make our hearts swell, because when you can hear these kind of stories and you can be a part of these kind of stories, and it's like it really is very inspiring. The stories is what's really so inspiring, because we can have, I mean, this is a gift to the world. And so, we need to share these stories and keep inviting people to check out what we have, because way, way, way too many people do not know about what these products can do. So tune in next Monday. We meet just about every Monday night, same bat time, same bat channel. Invite people to come and learn. Some weeks we have a theme. I don't know if anybody wants to text me or email me if you have an idea for a theme. I'm always open to that, but otherwise it's simply come and share your fabulous stories about Niken. Thank you all that shared, and that is all for tonight. Have a good one, and
Night,
happy
everybody.
Halloween. Stay
Happy-
safe.
Thanks. Happy Halloween.
Okay.